Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today's video is going to be about my 1994 Integra GSR. And it's been a little while since I've had an update on this car, but it is running. I just got a Hondata ECU, the computer chip on the ECU, and I have a base map. I actually need to load the base map, but the car is running. It's obviously not drivable on the street. It needs an intake. As you can see, there is my brand new Skunk2 Pro Series intake manifold and the new Skunk2 throttle body. And it's all good, but obviously I do not have an intake. And this is a Type R style intake, so I was not able to use my GSR intake that I had. I had a really nice carbon fiber Password JDM intake for this car, but that only fits the GSR intake manifold, because the GSR intake manifold is different than any other B series intake manifold. So this one, replicating a Type R manifold, I had to buy an intake either for an LS or a Type R, whatever you want to call it. And I purchased one, but there is a problem. This fuel line right here that goes to the fuel filter and then into the fuel rail, this is in the way. I tried putting an intake on it. For sure, this will not go above the intake. There is not enough slack for that. And then below, well, it's just not happening either way. This fuel line no longer is going to work. So I looked for an aftermarket alternative. And this is what I came up with. This fuel line right here. This is by, who is this by? K-Motor Performance. There it is right there. I believe this was like, I don't remember the price. It was probably like 60 bucks, about 60 bucks. And it just has, the anodized ends like that, and then just a woven hose like that. And then it came with 3 washers. I'm not real sure. These are really thick washers too, by the way. I'm not exactly sure. It didn't come with any instructions, but I'm not exactly sure where those 3 washers are going to go, because I know there's 2 on this line, and then there's 1, 2 on this line, and then 1 for the service bolt right here, which is smaller than these. So why did I get 3? I mean, if any, it would be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they did not provide a service bolt washer. So anyways, I'm a little stumped as to why there are 3 washers and not 4. All right, let's start right here on this one. This service bolt is a 12 millimeter, so I'm just gonna crack this loose. Oh boy, have your rag ready. Fuel's gonna come out. I should have saw that coming. All right, so definitely have your rag ready on that one, because fuel will spill out. Be real careful, because there is a washer, and you don't want to lose that washer on this service bolt. Even better, if you're at Honda, man, buy a new service bolt washer, because if you don't tighten those things up good, they will leak. Okay, next I'm going for the actual banjo bolt. This one is a 17. $17mm. Now again, got to be real careful to not lose the crush washers, because I don't know if I trust those other ones on that that came with the K-Motor one. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this in my rag. All right, here we go. Here's our banjo bolt. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this washer on there. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery since we're dealing with fuel. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, next I'm gonna pop off this little cap there. Yep. And then this is our pulsation dampener. I forgot what size that is. Let's try a 19. Let's see here. Nope, bigger than that. All right, 22mm it is. Let's crack this bad boy loose. There we go. our pulsation damper and our special O-ring for that. Let's keep that handy. Let's take this guy off. Be careful, there will be another O-ring. I can see it back there, and I'm going to go ahead and remove this line. Guys, check it out. All right, guys, check it out. Here is the OEM line, and this is much longer, as you can see. So it's probably a little too long, but we'll deal with it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this bad boy mounted. But I'm going to actually use the OEM ones. I'm going to see if these work first, because I actually trust these more than those. So I am just going to go ahead and get this banjo bolt started in the fuel filter. I have both crush washers on there. Good, let's get that tight. Okay, let's see how this one fits on. Okay guys, you can see that you are supposed to put it between here and here, this line right here, but whenever I put it on there like that, it does not want to go in because it is hitting this coolant hose right here. So in other words, this line cannot be straight up and down like the OEM was intended. So I think I'm just gonna have to turn it like this, and it's not hurting anything. It is resting on that one right there, but I think I'm gonna have to leave it like that for now. So this is how I have it currently wired up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this crush washer on for the pulsation dampener right there, and let's go ahead and get this tightened down and see if this will work like that. Okay, let me tighten these down, and then of course let's not forget our service bolt. Actually, I need to torque these down. These are actually very important that these are torqued down to the proper spec. So I believe this one is 25 foot-pounds, and then the service bolt is, I think, 11 foot-pounds. Yes, 11 foot-pounds on the service bolt. All right, 25 foot-pounds on this banjo bolt. All right, and now let's get our inch-pound torque wrench for 132 inch-pounds. Okay, our service bolt with the crush washer. Let's hand tighten this first. Then the service bolt gets torqued down to 132 inch-pounds. All right, and then this pulsation dampener, obviously I'm not able to get a torque wrench on this, so I don't have a crow's foot or anything like that. So I'm just going to do this pretty snug. All right guys, I just turned the ignition on about 4 times, and I felt under the lines and all that, and around the filter, and then underneath this line as well with my hand, and I could hear the fuel bleeding in, and I didn't feel any leaks at all. So this is how I have it currently installed. Hopefully this will work this way. Now it's time to install my password JDM carbon fiber intake for a Type R. Oh yeah. Look at that beautiful Integra. Man, that's awesome.